Welcome to Intro to Korean Week 2. Today we're going to talk about 있다 versus 있다. Here we have two sentences that look very similar in English. This is a cat, and there is a cat. Here we see the translations in Korean. Green representing the translation for cat. Let's remove the translation for cat and take a look at is. So in English we have this is, in Korean it's 예요. And in English we have there is, in English 있어요. So those are very different because they're two separate word endings. And we're going to take a look at both of those today. The first one is 있다. It's similar in English to have verb. But in Korean it is considered the existence adjective. At the top we have the verb stem and the conjugation. And now we're going to look over the usages. The existence of something, to have something, or to have a characteristic of. Some examples include, is there homework? Yes, there is homework. I have a phone. My friend is cool. Now, 있다. It's similar in English to the to be verb. However, in Korean, it is the identity copula. At the top, we have the verb stem and conjugation. And the only usage it can have is for identity. Identity is what a thing actually is. Typically fits the formula of noun is a identity. Here are some examples. This is an apple. Steve is a teacher. She is the queen. Sarah is a woman. Minji is Korean. I am Mike. On the right, we see what the identity is representing. We have some examples for identity, which are species, occupation, gender, nationality, and name. All of these identities describe the noun. Let's have an overview. For identity, we can have examples such as occupation, nationality, gender, name, and relationship. However, there are more. For existence or to have, we can have to have a characteristic, a thing, or to exist. Here we have an example of identity. I am a student. 저는 학생이에요. An example of exist or have. I have a car. 저는 차 있어요. More examples. On the left, we have identity. These are puppies. 이거들은 강아지예요. On the right, we have exist. There is a puppy. 강아지가 있어요. On the left, we have identity. I am a puppy. 저는 강아지예요. On the right, we have a thing. I have a puppy. 저는 강아지가 있어요. On the left, we have identity again, the same example. Once again, to emphasize, it's only used for identity. I am a puppy. 저는 강아지예요. And on the right, we have a characteristic. This puppy is fun. 이 강아지는 재미있어요. For our last example, we're going to take a look at a brother and a sister. The brother can say, I am a brother. 저는 오빠예요. The sister can say, I have a brother. 저는 오빠가 있어요. The girl can say, I have a dog. 강아지가 있어요. The dog can say, I am a good dog. 전 강아지예요. Here are some more examples. I am a student. 저는 학생이에요. I am American. 저는 미국 사람이에요. My name is Sarah. 제 이름은 사라예요. This is a puppy. 이것은 강아지예요. I have a car. 저는 차가 있어요. There is ice cream at home. 집에 아이스크림이 있어요. I have a boyfriend. 저는 남자친구가 있어요. My friend is fun. 제 친구는 재밌어요. Let's test your knowledge. Go ahead and pause now and write down what the answers are if you think that they would be in 예요, 예요, or 있어요. I hope that gave you enough time to pause, as we will now go over the answers. My sister is a doctor. 제 언니는 의사예요. I have a boyfriend. 저는 남자친구가 있어요. His name is Mike. 그 이름은 Mike예요. 영훈 is cool. 영훈이는 멋있어요. My friend is Korean. 제 친구는 한국 사람이에요. Mike is a man. Mike는 남자예요. There are many snacks in my room. 제 방에는 간식이 많이 있어요. Now we're going to go over a formula which covers a new particle we're learning today, which is the topic marker, and the word ending we just learned, 예요, 예요. So for this formula, the second noun describes the first noun. So here we have an example for the sun is yellow. The sun is what is being described, and yellow is the description. So the first noun would be the sun, what is being described, and the second noun is yellow, what is the description of what is being described. Here we have the example, Steve is a doctor. The first noun is Steve. Steve is what is being described. The second noun is doctor. Doctor is the description. For the formula, we have the first noun, and then or nun, and then the second noun, and then 이에요 or 예요. So here we have it in Korean, the full sentence. 집은 회사예요. I'm going to give you a minute to pause and translate using this formula. I hope that was enough time to pause because we're going to go over the answers now. My sister is a doctor. 제 언니는 의사예요. I am American. 저는 미국 사람이에요. His name is Mike. 그의 이름은 Mike예요. This is a cat. 이것은 고양이예요. Mike is a man. Mike는 남자예요. So we just took a look at 는 as a topic marker for introducing a topic in a sentence. Now we're going to take a look at a second usage of 는, which can be used to mention a contrast, mention that something is different, and how do is used to mention that something is similar. On the left, we have a cat and a dog. The cat is a cat, but as for the dog, it is a dog. On the right side, we have a dog, and the other one is also a dog. And this is pretty similar to how the translation will look like in Korean as well. So let's look at some examples. Here we have Pusheen, who wants to say, I am a cat. What particle do you think goes here? Is it 는 to introduce a topic or to emphasize that it is different? Or is it saying that it is the same as something else? In this case, it is introducing a topic. 저는 고양이예요. Now, Neo has a chance to talk, and Neo wants to say, I am also a cat. Think about which particle we'll use here. We'll use do. She is saying she is also a cat. 저도 고양이예요. And now we're going to take a look at Frodo. Frodo is not a cat. Frodo is a dog. Which particle do you think he's going to use? 는, to show contrast. Say, as for me, I'm not a cat. 저는 고양이 아니에요. Go ahead and pause and write down your translations for these. I hope that was enough time to pause and write down your translations because here are the answers. I am also a doctor. 저도 의사예요. I am not American. 저는 미국 사람 아니에요. Yumi, I am Korean. 저는 한국 사람이에요. In this case, it is a topic marker because it is beginning the sentence. Mike, 저도요. In this case, it is saying also, saying that we're similar. Jess, 저는 미국 사람이에요. Mike, 저는 한국 사람이에요. Okay, let's take one really quick overview of how 는 is different than 이가. This is where we see a lot of confusion because ultimately these are often interchangeable, but that they will have a slight meaning change. So we use 이가 when we want to emphasize the subject, who, what, which. And we want to use 는 to emphasize the predicate or the description, when, where, why, how, what. Great, we're almost done. Now we're just going to go over conversations in Korean. Mike. 안녕하세요. 이름이 뭐요? 유미. 저는 유미예요. 이름이 뭐요? Mike. 저는 마이크예요. 반갑습니다. 유미. 반갑습니다. Translation. Mike. Hello, what is your name? Yumi. I am Yumi. What is your name? Mike. I am Mike. Nice to meet you. Yumi. Nice to meet you too. Mike. 유미 씨는 어느 나라 사람이에요? 유미. 저는 한국 사람이에요. 마이크 씨는 한국 사람이에요? 마이크. 네, 저도 한국 사람이에요. 다음에 또 봐요. 다음에 또 봐요. One more time. 마이크. 유미 씨는 어느 나라 사람이에요? 유미. 저는 한국 사람이에요. 마이크 씨는 한국 사람이에요? 마이크. 네, 저도 한국 사람이에요. 다음에 또 봐요. 유미. 다음에 또 봐요. Mike. Yumi, which country are you from? Yumi. I am Korean. Mike, are you Korean? Mike. Yes, I am also Korean. See you later. Yumi. See you later. Did a great job. Have a good day. Bye.